after.
Midnight.
Oh man, let's get it going.
Yeah. So this is the
Just After
Midnight Podcast. Maybe that should be the theme.
Yeah, that's it.
Steal that soundbite.
I'll tell you what's funny is Austin, you know Austin.
Yeah.
He texted me and he was like, at the very end of the podcast, why does it go after? I was like, man, if I had to guess, it was just Red putting a cute little callback at the very end.
Yep.
That's all it was.
Yeah, well, actually, it's because, I mean, I did the brown sugar thing again at the end.
Brown sugar?
Yeah, but I do it in the beginning, too, where it's, I just
after.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't, first of all, copyright.
But it doesn't play the song at the end.
No, oh, it does?
It just goes after.
Oh, that was an accident.
Does it do it on the end of the second one?
It's supposed to.
Supposed to, but
doesn't.
Has either one of us checked? I know it plays it in the beginning during the intro.
When I exported it, I thought it did, but maybe I'm wrong.
I kind of like it at just the end. It just goes after. Yeah, because it's like after the show. The show's done. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny.
That's the shtick. You've heard it here first.
I mean, I just told him. I was like, look, if I had to guess, I think Rez is throwing a callback at the fact that it's the intro.
After.
Yeah.
No, but yes, sure, cool.
That's what we're rolling with.
I like it. I like it.
I thought it was funny.
I think it's. I think a lot of what we do is funny, especially stuff like that.
Well, sure, yeah, we're very into ourselves. Like, of course, we think it's funny.
Good point.
Yeah, every time I like go back and listen to anything we do, I'm like, haha, that's good.
I sound like a dick.
That'll make a good clip.
Yeah.
Listen,
fair enough, though.
We called ourselves out.
Yeah,
we called ourselves out.
We're going to continue to call ourselves out because that's the way to do things.
I even said, I was like, just like anybody else that puts themselves on cameras, I'm a whore for attention.
Exactly. Look,
what do you want?
We wouldn't be doing any of the things we like to do.
Shit we do.
If that weren't the case.
Yeah.
Of course, I think there's a fine line between attention whore and someone who...
Are you even allowed to use the word whore anymore? Or is it now one of those frowned upon words?
Probably, but in this context, I think it's okay.
And also, don't care.
Yeah. That's the much larger context. Is that
there's
you
that.
just don't care. So, it's going to be hard to pick up on video. But I have two very small and insignificant presents that I'd like to give you.
Two.
Well, I got bored, so they multiplied.
Oh, hey, do you want this? You want me to double it up for the next person? I feel like that's what you did to me just now.
No, I wish. No, these were both done for you.
Are they handmade?
They are.
What? That was a joke. They really are handmade?
Well, I didn't think anyone else would appreciate them, and I took enough pride in them that I was like, I'm going to give them to someone instead of hoarding them myself.
I'm so nervous because, like, I'm the person that loves, like, giving gifts.
Yeah.
I hate receiving them because I'm like, I feel like people are waiting for a reaction.
This is not a monetary thing. This is just, I put time and effort into this, and I thought you would appreciate it.
So it's sentimental, and so now if I don't have a reaction, now it's even more heartbreaking.
No pressure. No, I don't think that's
I'd be like
the
case. Kid with the avocado, like, thanks.
That could happen. It's very possible.
I'm curious before I even receive.
Okay.
Is this going to be something that has to be explained to me?
No.
Or will I know this?
Oh, you'll immediately understand.
Okay.
More so, what I'm ashamed of is that I didn't have...
There's shame here.
Well, only on my part.
Okay.
Because I wanted to make it much more presentable for you. But I'm just going to hand it to you.
All right.
If you choose to display it, you'll have to come up with a solution for that. Because I was going to try.
So it's art.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting, considering the episode that just aired had to do with art.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to pull it out.
All right.
The first one.
Okay.
Because I have to rip them out of
Oh shit, there's sketches.
There's sketches.
Is one of them Goku?
Hold on.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try and rip this out.
It's just
smoothly.
a drawing of a pickle.
It's just an asshole. It's just literally a brown eye staring back at you.
The one-eyed gang.
The one-eyed gang. Oh my gosh. I put so much time into this one. I'm like, I don't want to rip it.
Now I just feel like for some reason, with no context and with no reason to think this, I feel like Dragon Ball Z is involved in some way.
You would be correct.
Oh! It's pixel art!
Yeah. That one is.
I love this!
I do too. This is like my new hobby.
It's Goku doing a Kamehameha!
Yeah.
To Dalton, love your friend Red. That's it. Buddy, this will go on the fridge.
Yay!
Are you kidding me?
I'm
That's
so glad.
Great.
So then because...
How did I know?
You knew.
It was going to have to do with Dragon Ball Z.
Knew.
How did I know?
Well, because we both share that, and we love it so much.
Dude, Grace is going to shit when she sees this.
You
Grace
think so?
loves Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. She has Shinron tattooed.
No, I know. Now. It's just like... I don't do art as far as like drawing for other people very often, so I always downplay like how well I do.
Fuck the fridge, dude. We'll frame it. We'll put it on the wall.
Okay. Yeah.
The wall's captured in video.
Unfortunately, that was the part that I was trying to get to, but I didn't have time for, was to buy a frame for both of these. That didn't happen though. Dude,
it blows my mind how expensive frames are.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. Dude.
It's like $15 a frame.
Those are
and
cheaper
that's cheap.
frames.
Yeah,
I was talking about like where it's made out of wood and not the plastic, not the big crazy frames. Like, I'm talking like home decor frames.
Yes,
they're like $40 for one this size, and I'm like, for what?
I know. Hold a thing that's more valuable than the thing, hopefully. So that one took the longest amount of time. This next one happened because I got bored, honestly.
I can tell how long this took simply by the independent strokes of the pen.
Yes.
So this is pen, right?
Oh, yes.
The blue?
Yep, no pencil. All of it. I literally did it pixel by pixel.
Yeah, Jesus.
So the way I did it was I took a sprite from a Super Nintendo Dragon Ball Z game, and then I made the background and the platform that he's standing on.
I love it, dude.
Thank you.
You know, obviously, I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z.
Well, so
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, nothing else. Dragon Ball Super is okay.
So I was about to say, I hope you like Super a little bit at least.
Yeah, no. I like Dragon Ball Super.
Yes.
Why is it Beerus? Oh, Goku Black.
Little Goku Black.
I love that too.
It's just such a badass design. I was like, okay, I got to do that one too.
Listen. By okay, I mean it's the second best Dragon Ball Z.
GT is like down here.
I fucking hate GT.
GT and Kai are like neck and neck.
Well, Kai was just an extremely G-rated Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
And they cut out a lot of the good stuff.
Yes, unfortunately.
No, both of these are great.
I'm so glad you like them.
And Goku Black was a vicious fucker as a villain. Too.
I know.
I mean...
And the way Beerus got rid of him, too, he was just like, okay, you're gone.
Right. Well, I mean, he's a destroyer guy.
Yes.
So, but any villain that immediately makes Trunks nervous.
Oh,
considering
God.
He fucking filleted Frieza in a heartbeat.
Momentarily. Like, just done.
It's almost like when we watched it.
Yeah.
Because, like, Grace had never seen Dragon Ball Z. And I grew up with it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, that was like Saturday morning cartoons for us.
Right. I love Dragon Ball Z.
So much. And Dragon Ball. Holy shit.
Dragon Ball.
Those are the two best anime that have ever been made, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
It's not even a question. To me, at least. It's not even a question. The fact that people... And it's the younger generation because they grew up with different shit and, like, whatever.
Well, they have all this CGI anime now.
People want to put, like, Naruto over Dragon Ball Z.
I wouldn't put it over, but
I'm not downing Naruto.
No.
I've never watched it.
Oh, really?
Never watched it. I know it's got a huge following.
Boruto sucks, but Naruto's good.
I don't even know what the fuck a Boruto is.
It's his son.
Okay. Is it a spin-off show of Naruto? Well, that's where they
It's the third one. So there was Naruto Shippuden, which was probably the best because it's the most like.
I know
it's good. It's just good.
People are gonna hate me for this. That like anime. Mm-hmm. I will not watch anime if it's not dubbed. I'm not reading subtitles.
It's so hard for me to.
Not even that, but Goku sounds.
Well, Goku's a girl everywhere.
Yeah, I mean it's
everywhere. By a woman. Well, even America, I think Goku is played by a woman.
Maybe
like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z.
Right. But it's just, dude. It's just. Also, too much for me, man.
I figured out the other day, my old man impression is just Master Roshi. It's the only old man voice I know how to do.
Do it.
Okay, so this is my old man voice.
Oh no, I've heard it a million times. I just heard it.
You know exactly.
Do it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Goku. I'd sure like to see Bulma's panties.
Oh my god, it is Roshi.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
It is.
Yeah. I also do Vegeta pretty well. I can't do Goku.
You just go.
Kakarot!
Yeah. No. You just do that.
I was supposed to be the prince of all Saiyans.
Yeah, you just do that a lot. His power level's over 9,000. Yeah. That's all you gotta do, man.
It's like compressing distortion in your voice, which is such a weird technique to just like pull out. But yeah.
Whenever we watched, because I downloaded Funimation. And I paid for. So it's like
all of my favorite anime are on there.
Oh yeah,
all of them.
It's a lot. I mean, the original Dragon Ball Z series, the original, where it's not Kai, it's not cut down at all. I mean, it's like
it's the Saiyan Saga, Namek, World Martial Arts Tournament, right?
Yeah, because then that leads into the Cell Saga.
Well, Majin after.
Majin's
so Cell,
after.
yeah.
Because Majin is the last.
Right, yeah. But it starts so weird.
But it's like 56 episodes per season.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's filler.
Right. But this is the thing. Everyone dogs on the filler for Dragon Ball.
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
I think a lot of it is like really integral to the plot development.
It can be, but not always.
Well, but like
there's definitely been times where
I'm trying to think of what like the faff would be, like, you know, just like the nonsensical episodes. Like,
there's a list.
Few. Yeah,
there's been lists made.
Okay.
That are, and it equates to a lot, honestly.
But that's the thing. This is the whole thing. We shit on Kai so much, but Kai was supposed to be Dragon Ball Z with no filler. That was their advertising campaign.
Okay, yes, but it was also Dragon Ball Z with no suggestive anything.
Right.
Because a lot of Dragon Ball Z is like Goku being oblivious of like
sexual situations.
Yeah, like the female presence.
Yeah.
And so
that great line in Super where Vegeta's like, "You've never kissed your wife?" And Goku's like, "People do that?" He's like, "You have 2 kids. What are you talking about, man?"
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. So the very first time we watched through Dragon Ball Z, you see Frieza fucking up everybody. On Namek.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, he's just like killing women and children.
Goku,
everybody.
Finally, you think he obliterates Frieza.
And then he's just standing there.
Well, no. I'm talking about the very final battle.
Oh, yeah.
As Namek's about to blow up,
yes.
And they're getting, and he's like, I don't want to do this. And then he fries his ass.
Yes, which I
blows up into a million pieces.
Maybe one of the most tense moments of my childhood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, blows him up into a million pieces. And then when he finally shows back up on Earth, and all of them are shook, Goku and everybody shook. They're like, "There's no fucking way we can do this again." Because now he's half robot too. Like,
I know. Yeah.
There's no way we can do this. And then the Capsule Corp time machine shows up.
Yeah.
And Trunks jumps out with his sword and cuts him up into a bunch of pieces like that. And it's not even a fight anymore. Frieza's just dead, and everybody's like, "Oh shit! What the fuck? Like, who the fuck is this guy?" So when Trunks, who fucked up Frieza in a heartbeat,
Yeah.
is scared of this guy,
I know.
that's when you're like,
Okay.
oh shit,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a problem.
Which is fair too, because like Future Trunks is like, where would you rate Future Trunks' power level? Because Kid Trunks is like Goten. They're very similar.
They're very similar. They're very strong for their age.
Yeah.
And then, obviously,
Goten
whenever they do
just
fusion,
goes Super Saiyan like that.
Yeah.
He literally doesn't even
he's
think
a
about
natural.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a natural. But still, no match for somebody like Majin Buu. You know what I mean?
Which one though?
Well, nobody was a match for fucking Kid Buu for a long time.
No,
Kid Buu
not
was
at
a
all.
Fish. That's
Kid
my
Buu-
favorite villain.
Oh yeah, I have a Kid
Favorite
Buu
villain.
on my desk. I have a Kid Buu, and then I have a seltzer drink that I got that has the regular Buu on it.
What?
Yeah, so I left it unopened, and I have my Kid Buu like propped up like that on the can.
That's pretty cool. Did you see the little Goku hanging in my car when we
No!
went to the bar the other weekend?
What? No.
Yeah, if you look at my visor, I have a little Goku hanging on a little chain that just floats above me. That way, it's like a little
You're
protector.
protected.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it because I got a Tanuki Mario, which is like the raccoon Mario. I super glued him to my steering wheel so that he would like go with my steering wheel.
Oh, yeah. That's funny how people always have a red line on race cars. You
Yeah.
just have a little Mario right there.
I had a Mario, so I always, whenever I was like driving home, like kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
I was always like, Tanuki Mario got me, because like if he's pointing straight up and down, then I'm driving okay.
I am okay.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive.
No, if you do though,
Have a Mario
have
on
a
your
Mario.
chair or a Goku floating over you.
Probably Goku's better.
I would say I would put my life in Goku's hands over the guy who keeps losing a princess.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%. So I want to ask you a question now that
Okay.
we brought up Dragon Ball.
Right.
Because Poem is not like she's an anime fan and she watches a lot of anime.
But is she more like Tokyo Ghoul?
No. She really likes Kakagiri.
Don't know what that is.
It's
Not that I don't watch anime.
Yeah.
I have nothing against it. I just
she's
don't watch it.
She's a huge Studio Ghibli fan,
I did watch The Blood of Zeus.
which was great.
It was great.
That was such
I'm
a
a
good
sucker
show.
for anything Greek mythology.
Me too. Me
Well,
too.
of course you are.
Well, yeah, but even
Greek
beyond
fuck.
that.
Yeah. I started watching Castlevania. It's mid.
so slow.
It's so slow. It has the bones though.
It does.
It has the
The
bones.
story
of a
structure
great-
is good. It's just that it's the same thing that I couldn't get into the Witcher TV show.
Dude, I force-fed myself the first season.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to love it.
Yeah.
Because it has
Love the game, love
everything.
Henry Cavill.
Never played the game. Love
Really?
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
But it has all the stuff that I'm into, dude. I love
yeah.
the gothic aesthetic.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's hunting these mythological creatures.
Yeah.
It's got all the stuff.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking slow.
It's so slow.
It's undeniably slow. But
Yeah.
before we trail off,
Yes.
what's your question?
So I've been trying to, because I keep telling Poem like one of the first things I'm going to show our children is Dragon Ball. Because
That's what I asked Grace. How old does he need to be before we can show him Dragon Ball?
right, yeah, same. I mean, I'm not. Hopefully, I'm putting that caveat out there. Hopefully, I'm not even close to having children by like
Don't blame you.
a few years. However, I saw a little Super Saiyan onesie on Amazon.
Oh, we've looked him up.
It took me every bit of just willpower to not buy that.
For Mikey?
Just
to have.
Just to like
For future kid.
I'm gonna like eventually this will get used somehow. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those irresponsible Amazon purchases at like 2:00 in the morning. You're like, this will work somehow. Like I'm taking no blame.
Couple
for this.
margaritas deep, just
Yes.
eye candy shopping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a bit too much of a pastime for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown to understand recently. I spend a lot of time online shopping, and I didn't realize how little everyone else did that exact same thing.
I window shop $80,000 cars.
Yes.
On a daily basis.
See, I do that with like camera equipment, and, like music gear and stuff. Just constantly.
Well, we're going to need that stuff.
Right, yeah.
We're going to need... So, like, that's actual important stuff. I'm over here looking at houses in Brentwood and, like, BMW M5s.
You don't want the new I-Series? Those things are hot.
The BMW?
Yeah.
The I-Series?
Yeah.
No.
Really? You don't like them? They look like little Tron cars.
No. They look good. I like that they made an electric car that looks like a proper BMW.
Yeah, it fucking does.
But
shockingly,
I'm not a fan of electric cars.
I know. And that's okay. I'm not really either.
I don't hate them.
I just see those often enough where I'm like,
they do look good, but it looks good, but it looks just as good as a regular 5 Series.
Or a 1 Series or a 3 Series.
Right.
They all look great. BMWs are
want... And everybody says the same thing. They're like, oh, but electric cars, it's instant torque. Like, I get it. It's an electric motor. I get it. You push the gas, it's instantaneous power. I understand that, but you will never match the raw feeling.
No. Well, the torque doesn't feel the same either.
No, it doesn't.
Because
it feels like an RC car.
Yeah. I've driven top-of-the-line Teslas.
Yes. It's just... And it's not that it's not fun.
No.
It's not that it's not fun. It's just not the same.
What is it? The PD? Is that like the top of the line? Like the sport
you're asking the wrong
Tesla?
guy. The Roadster. I know the Roadster is pretty high up.
Whatever it was, I remembered... Well, because this is when I was valet. The guy I was working with was like, take that one. And I was like, why? It's a fucking Tesla. Yeah. I mean, it's the same as all the other ones. And he goes, no. That's the quick one. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I will take that one.
Driving to a parking spot as fast as possible.
Basically. So I got up to 40 in that car. Actually, that was over in the Gulch, like, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where Burger Republic is.
Like LA Jackson area?
Yeah. So it's not a great place to go 40.
Is LA Jackson? Is that the Gulch?
Yeah.
That is the Gulch.
That is the Gulch. Yeah, it's the rooftop across from all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that one, pretty quick.
Right.
Torque felt all right.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to the Skyline I got to drive, though. Holy shit.
Everybody hates me because I'm not a fan.
It was one of the new ones.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not either. I don't like the body style.
R34, R33,
Beautiful.
R32. Love them.
Yes. The Skylines, they look like 350 or 370s.
No.
Yeah, they do.
No.
The new ones? Yeah, they do. They look like a fucking Boxster version of a 370.
A 370Z.
Yeah.
The Nissan 370Z.
Yeah, that's what the new...
You think looks like...
They got the same, like, slopey back and the more, like, bubbly front. Yeah.
Are you... No.
We're talking a GTR Skyline. The ones that are manufactured here. Not the Japanese ones. Not the original ones, but the newer ones.
I know what you're talking about.
You don't think they look like
telling
that?
You that you're so wrong.
Okay. I mean, I drove one. I thought that's what it looked like.
The new Nissan Z?
Okay, well, this was in, like, 2016. So, whatever year... Or 2017, actually. Whatever they looked like in 2017.
The same that they look now.
Okay, well, I guess... Look, again, 2023. That was 2017. I'm remembering this a little bit. I mean, they got more of like a Charger-esque like front bumper, but like...
I could buy that more.
But they still have like the slopiness of like a Porsche Boxster, which is like the whole thing of like a 370. Is like they made it like down the back. Okay.
Listen,
you can dumbass me on cars.
I was just about to say, you get me on so many other things. I cannot let you slide on this.
No, that's fine. I guess my perception was just wonky. I don't know. That's what I remembered it feeling like.
I think you smoked too much that day.
That's very... I'm going to tell you all the dirty...
You were seeing different angles.
I'm going to tell you all the little dirty secret about every valet.
Yeah.
Every valet sells weed.
Oh, every single one. Yeah.
If you want to hook up anywhere, get a valet.
Oh, for sure. Because all you got to do is be like, hey, man, leave about $50 worth in the glove box, and I'll tip you on the way out.
Yeah. I'll tip you $100 on the way out.
Yeah.
Then they'll do it double quick.
That is money laundering right there.
You know.
So, again,
casually, though, my question.
What's your question before we stray too far off the path?
So, again, trying to get Poem to understand sort of exactly why Dragon Ball means so much to me and why it means so much to like men globally. Because that was like the first thing she said. She was like, every single guy that I've been with has just been obsessed with Dragon Ball, and I've watched it so many times, like with other people, and I don't understand it. Like I don't get why it's so significant. And I went, I really think that the story arc of Goku represents the most correct, like, biblical version of masculinity. And it's, like, really, like, the hero's journey, but played out so much more nuanced than you get from, like, Star Wars or anything else like that. It's, like, the arc is so tangible and relatable to, like, how a man journeys through his life, specifically from the lens of, like, Goku and having, like, the rivalry of, like, Vegeta and the friendship of, like, Piccolo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, those things are all just sort of, like, I think, contextually super important to a developmental man.
The development of his friendships.
Right.
Between him and Piccolo, or between him and Vegeta.
Because it's all about, I have a monster inside, but I know how to relegate that enough to not only be courteous and supportive of everyone else around me, but I'm going to be the nicest guy you ever meet until you piss me off.
Well, not even that, but even after you've pissed me off to level 10... Yes. I still want to take the high road.
Right.
And, like, am I willing to beat your ass?
Yes. But I'm going to give you every option.
He's like Batman almost. Like, I don't want to have to kill you, dude. I will do anything I can.
To not have to go there.
I could.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to, man. He always wants to take the high road, and that's why he's such a good character.
Right. And then on top of that, and this is really the point that I tried to impress, was that all of the characters have pride, but it's not misplaced pride. It isn't selfish pride.
Vegeta.
Yeah, but even he comes around.
He does come around eventually.
Yeah, but that's part of the arc. That's part of the point, is that you get to see both sides of it. You get to see the downfall that leads to the come-up.
The thing about Vegeta, though, is... And Vegeta's probably my favorite character.
Me too. Unequivocally, since I was 5 years old. Yeah. Vegeta is my boy. Vegito?
Right? God. That is one of the funniest fucking parts of that show, too.
When they're lost in Boo's gut, and they're like...
Well, not even just that, but when they're trying to initially figure out the fusion.
Oh, yeah.
And they end up, like, 18 different versions.
Yeah. They're all dumb as fuck.
Well, because there's two main versions of their fusion.
Vegito and Vegeta.
Yeah. No.
No, you're right. It's Vegito and... Gogeta, right.
Yeah.
So I found out the other day, the reason that it's Vegito in English is because Kakarot ends with that O sound in Japanese.
Really?
And the translation got fucked up.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh?
A little interesting piece of trivia.
Cool how it works out. No, I love that he doesn't necessarily completely lose his...
Like saying
arrogance.
Pride.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what it essentially is. It's arrogance,
well,
and it's very... Yes, and he wears it.
Yes.
It's very narcissistic.
But it's shown in a way that's like, you can appreciate the downfall, but you can also go... You know, though, Vegeta's kind of misunderstood and never really had a chance to be anything else.
Well, especially when you diagnose it from the way that we think nowadays, because we think differently now than we did 20 years ago.
Oh,
right?
100%.
So, like, when you really look at it, he was raised by a king.
Yeah, royalty telling him he's going to be the shit.
He is the shit from a child.
Yeah.
You're the shit. You have right over grown men, even though you're 8.
Yes.
Like...
Everyone else bows to you.
Right.
I can't even imagine how big our egos would be if that was what our upbringing
my God,
was.
I would be a piece of shit.
Yes,
dude.
you would. I would do that.
Yeah, I would be a piece of shit. But yeah, no, I love seeing that, man. I do. I love seeing his growth from going, this is how I was raised, but then, you know, even Frieza,
he gets better.
Has a pretty big growth period. Yeah. Granted, could you argue that it stems a little bit from selfishness because he also doesn't want to die and the universe end and
he's also a prince too, because King Cold, cooler, and then him.
Right.
Yeah.
But I I could go on and on. Like, we could have an entire show,
and we should.
We should.
Point. So my question was, do you feel the same way? That like philosophically, Dragon Ball represents sort of like a growth period that every guy has to go through, and that's why it's important for young men.
I think it's a growth period that everybody should aspire to go through. Because
it's very Nietzsche, which is why I like it so much.
Well, so what I've come to find, and I've seen this a lot with the gym bros.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the aesthetic of Dragon Ball Z, but have never really watched all of it. Or, like, know the complete story. And I don't want to, like, sound too much like a fucking nerd or anything.
No, but it's just like, something that's important to us.
A lot of people look at Goku as just the standard of power that I want to obtain. And so a lot of people...
Which is such a weird way of viewing it.
Well, it's not necessarily, because that's also important to Goku. Like, he always wants to be the strongest, he wants to be the best, and that's good.
But I think that it's more about being the best. I think it's about sort of like the work ethic behind it.
Honing your craft is what Goku wants to do.
Right.
A lot of people... And I don't care that they do this. It doesn't, like, bother me. But a lot of people that I've come to find, you know, they want to wear... you know,
train
Goku
like
shirts to the gym and train like a Saiyan, and they wanna talk the talk, but then they're douchebags.
Right.
And it's like, dude, if you aspire to be Goku, you're off to a bad start.
Yeah,
because you're a twat.
You're like Vegeta early on.
Right.
You're like tail Vegeta.
It would make more sense if you were wearing a Vegeta shirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. But yeah, no, I definitely agree that Goku is a really good role model.
Very healthy role model. Yeah.
Other than how he treats his partner.
Yeah,
because he's married
and
he's never around for his wife. He's never around for his kid.
Yeah,
even he's barely there for his kid the entire show.
Yeah,
and I get it, dude. I get it. It's not like Goku's a fictional character, so it's not like Goku in reality would be that much of a piece of shit. I don't think he would be.
No, but then on top of it, though, you also have to understand that the place that comes from is probably like Japanese work ethic.
That is true.
That is
Japanese
a very
cultural
thing.
That is, because it is a Japanese show.
Right. They go off to work. They stay at work. They get drunk afterwards. Then they come home eventually because they have to. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a very different
I can't
atmosphere.
believe I've never really thought of it like that. I'm just always like, wow, this motherfucker never even attempted to raise his child. But now the more I'm thinking about it, it's like, because in his mind, that's Chi-Chi's job.
Right, exactly. Well, and that's the other thing, too, is he kind of fell into a relationship with Chi-Chi. Because if you look back at that whole arc, Yamcha really met her first. Because he was the one that got... he was the one that watched her like destroy the T-Rex with her little head disc when she was the princess on Fire Mountain or whatever.
Who's your favorite non-Saiyan?
Oh, Mr. Satan probably.
Mr. Satan?
So fucking funny. I love his relationship with Boo. It's like a proud dad and his dog.
Oh yeah,
it's so great.
I love his relationship with Boo. Funny enough, when we brought this up earlier about our favorite character, because Vegeta is my favorite.
Yes,
easily.
Me too.
Piccolo is Grace's favorite.
Piccolo. So
she loves Piccolo.
That was one of the ways that I was able to sell Poem on Dragon Ball more. Was like, look, Goku beat his like arch rival who was like the most evil person in the world in Dragon Ball. That guy spit out an egg and he reincarnated as a good version of himself.
Right.
Goku,
because it was King Piccolo.
Right, yeah. And this is, just Piccolo. So after King Piccolo died, no resentment held. Goku just immediately, we're best friends. And it stayed that way. And Piccolo is the most honorable person in the whole show. You don't think so?
Not necessarily true.
What do you mean?
Do you not remember in the first season, Piccolo and Goku were not...
They weren't 2 episodes.
They weren't friends.
And then Raditz and...
even when he was training Gohan...
No,
he didn't necessarily love Goku.
No,
but he did love Gohan, which I respect the fuck out of.
That's kind of my point.
Piccolo was more of a father figure than Goku was.
Right. So that was kind of my point. Was like eventually what it turned into was like Piccolo had so much love for like the family that he would like sacrifice himself for Gohan over and over and over again.
One of my biggest gripes with Dragon Ball Z is how Nerf.
Oh, they nerfed Gohan
So bad.
so bad.
Okay, but when you read into it, it was because Japan was pissed. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know Japan, like, there were, like, riots at certain points over Dragon Ball Z. And one of the big problems they had is Goku was supposed to be that motherfucker.
Right.
He's supposed to be that dude.
Yeah.
And then Gohan, at a very young age, like 13, was
So
already
powerful.
so powerful. They were
Ridiculous.
like, you can't have a character more powerful than Goku. I wish.
But they nerfed him logically. They didn't just
did
lazy
not.
write it out.
Yes, they did.
You think so?
Absolutely.
He took time off to go to school. Then he became the Great Saiyaman. Then he lost his arm.
Don't.
I know.
even get me
everyone gets
started on
so
the fucking
upset about the Great
Saiyaman.
Saiyaman. I love that
It's
arc.
cheesiest shit I've ever seen in
It's-
my life. But even
I love the outfit.
even in Super.
Yeah.
Even in Super, when they started to act like they were giving Gohan back some fucking
I
stage
know,
time,
I know.
they still nerfed him
I
down.
know. Well, he's so thin now. He doesn't have any. He's not the
Bro.
He's not the Gohan that killed Cell.
No, the Gohan that killed Cell was fucking 13.
I know.
So you're telling me that just because he's a scrawny 27-year-old, he should be weaker than 13-year-old Gohan?
I'm saying that he regressed in a way that made sense because he decided to do the Chi-Chi route. Goten didn't do that, and you saw where he went. So, I mean, of course, he's perpetually 7 for some reason, but...
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
None.
That was the biggest shock to me whenever I started watching Super.
Yeah. You're like, why are they still so young?
Still so young, and not even that. Yeah, because Gohan is older.
Yeah.
Has
like,
kids
yeah.
that are older than Goten almost.
He married Videl, right?
Yeah, Videl.
Yeah, okay.
The voice changes fucked me up. Though. Like Chi-Chi's voice change and shit, that really fucked me up.
So me and Darren
And
went
Piccolo.
to go see Resurrection F together.
Really?
And that was like...
Where the fuck was I at?
I don't know. I felt like we tried to get like a Vape Crazy group together to go do that.
You might have. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I kind of remember this.
I just know that
feel
me and him were
like
the only ones available that day, so we
was-
just went together.
Probably being a shithead and going to a party or something.
I mean, I would have done the same thing. But
It's logical.
yes. But that was what fucked me up in the theater because I was sitting there going, what? Are they dead? Like, why are they not the same people?
Yeah, well, so, yeah, him and I watched Resurrection F together at his mom's house, and then he was the one that showed me Battle of the Gods.
Yeah.
We watched that together. And that was before Super was in the U.S.
Right, yeah, because it had just come out in Japan.
Right, yeah, so that was before Super hit the U.S.
Yeah. Battle of the Gods is great, too. Beerus is so
Well, it's great,
great in
and
that movie.
you know, what I love about Super is it took Resurrection F and it took Battle of the Gods and turned it into a series, essentially.
Exactly.
I mean, that's all it did, is
Which
the story
I-
is pretty much the exact same,
Which
to a degree.
I'm great with. People shit on Super because it's, like, funny.
Right.
I love that part.
I do, too.
That's my favorite
Well,
bit.
it's almost, but honestly, if you think about it, it's almost a callback to the earlier Dragon Ball
It's
Z
Dragon Ball.
episodes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not Dragon Ball Z, it's Dragon
You're right.
Ball.
You're right. It is more Dragon Ball than Dragon Ball Z as far as the humor goes.
Which
but,
makes sense because, like...
But it's not over the top.
No.
It's not over. It's not like they turned it into a fucking comedy special.
No. It's just... I mean, there's... We got Super Saiyan God now.
Right.
I mean, the power scaling is, like, through the roof.
I think that the comedy was necessary to a degree because
I do too.
when you okay, so when Whis takes Vegeta and Goku to Beerus's planet.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the planet now, but when he takes them there and they're training like that, the comedy level kind of puts a little bit of ease on the tension before it ramps right up to the Battle of the Universes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Totally.
ultimate, what's it called?
It's
the Ultimate Championship.
With the two little pink twin guys.
Yeah. I can't remember the name
I
of
just
that.
watched a video that said the name of it, like, today.
But I almost feel like it added, I think it added a healthy element to the atmosphere of the
Agreed.
show because it was like we're trying to train to become the best before Beerus wakes up. We don't want to wake him up, but we want to be that strong. And I think it's funny that Whis can keep Beerus under control, but Beerus is a destroyer god. But in all reality, I think Whis is stronger.
Way stronger.
Way stronger.
I'm so hopeful that eventually they will.
And then you get somebody like Jiren in that motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. That's a hoss right there, bro.
Yeah.
You know who I would like to see fight? I would like to see the original Broly.
Before he got
the
nerfed.
Forgotten Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Before he got nerfed. I would like to see the OG Broly.
Like the Broly we grew up with.
Right.
Yeah.
Fight Jiren.
That would be insane.
Because Broly won't quit.
No.
Broly will die. It does not matter how... He doesn't feel pain.
No.
It doesn't matter how bad you put that man into the earth or any planet. He's going to fly right back out that bitch and come at you at 100% somehow.
He has to be dead to not do that.
What?
Literally.
That movie, the original Broly movie.
The first
wasn't
Broly.
It called...
It
was like Forgotten Saiyan or something like that. Or
I'm gonna cheat and look it up because I think it's important enough to talk about. Because that was a very fun. That was
because he was an experiment, wasn't he?
Yes.
Isn't that what it ended up being? I didn't like the Broly movie where he was the toxic Broly or whatever.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
That's almost as bad as Jason in Space.
Oh, okay, yes. Of all of them, that was the worst one. It's crazy how many just how many Broly
movies there are.
Yes,
this one had to have been made in like 98.
Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan.
Legendary Super Saiyan, not Forgotten Super Saiyan.
93.
93?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, that was 2 years before I was born, but somehow still the first Broly movie I ever saw.
So,
you know what I mean? That was the best one.
Definitely Bio Broly is the one you're talking about. That was the third one.
Awful.
Yeah, then there was a Japanese only release.
I don't want to say awful. The beginning of it was good.
No, it sucked. The whole movie sucked.
I think the beginning of it was good. Just when he was in the spaceship and he stuck up, he protected the woman. And was like, that's not how you treat people. I was like, okay. That's cool to see that side of Broly before he gets pissed and loses track of himself.
Which is pretty much his one
the only
character trait.
the only character trait he has worth talking about. But like the original Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan, was such a crazy movie.
Such a good movie.
Because whenever it almost reminds me of the Jet Li movie.
The one.
Yeah. Where he's wearing the collar and then the second the collar comes off, he's just a killer. He's just a stone cold killer.
That movie was the first movie I ever bought on VHS.
Is it the one?
Oh, wait, hold on. No, because the one is the one.
The one is where he's traveling through different parallel universes to kill his other versions of himself. Yes. I'm thinking of Jet Li's. Oh, I want to see if I can figure it out before you.
Yeah, Oh my god, Romeo Must
Unleashed.
Die. That's such a good movie.
Is it Unleashed?
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Fucking nailed it, dude.
2005, good job.
That's a great movie.
Yes.
He wears the collar, and then they book him for fights, and he's very docile when he's wearing the collar, but because he's being controlled, obviously. It's a slavery thing,
this
essentially.
One, though?
Yeah.
The year after?
Fearless? I don't know if I ever saw that.
This is the best martial arts movie ever made, in my opinion.
Is that the one with, like, the 11-minute fight where they're dancing across tables and crazy shit?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that is. Actually, I've seen the important parts of that movie. I haven't seen the whole movie. I won't lie. I haven't seen the whole movie, but I have seen like the crazy choreograph.
The only reason that one sticks out to me so much is because me and my dad watched every Bruce Lee film together.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we also watched like a bunch of Akira Kurosawa films together, like Seven Samurai and Hidden Fortress and Throne of Blood. And then we also watched oh god, we would basically watch any martial arts movie we could together, and that one was the one where we both watched it and we went, this beats all of them.
Speaking of samurai, I think I might do a video on The Last Samurai.
The Tom Cruise film?
Oh yeah.
That was the first R-rated film I ever saw. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie.
It's a great movie. Such a great movie. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I'm gonna do like a Tom Cruise segment, and I think
you should do that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna talk about The Last Samurai.
Even though I like to shit on Tom Cruise.
Oh well, Tom Cruise is a crazy fuck, but
I love his movies though.
You can't deny the fact that
he's the ultimate version of separating the artist from the art. In my
opinion. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, 100%. He is an artistic phenomena, is what he is.
Yes.
He's a wrecking ball of a human, though.
God. Yeah. His life choices are...
On stage?
Interesting.
On stage?
So good.
God amongst men.
I know. He just knows how to do it. Oh, my gosh.
And his work ethic.
Yeah. Oh.
Insane.
I
don't know if I could do a movie with him. He's so intense. I think I would have to. I don't think I could walk onto a set with him unprepared. I think I would have to be very seasoned. Very seasoned.
Yeah, I could talk to him. I don't know that I could.
Oh, I can talk to anybody. On set though?
I would have to have a specific role. Like I couldn't be directing that film. Or even director of photography. I could be like a key grip on a Tom Cruise movie.
I have a feeling maybe that he does not give a shit about who's directing. Tom Cruise might not have a directing credit, but I feel like he's directing at the end of the day.
Well, he's the producer and the executive producer on 99%.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Have I not talked about this before?
No, because he's so hard to work with that he just decided to coin it.
It's actually way worse than that. Because he only does his own stunts and he helps write a lot of the scripts that he decides to produce, the stunts that he does
are insane.
Well, they're so dangerous that
he can't get insured.
Him and Jackie Chan are the only two people in Hollywood that cannot make a movie unless they fund it because the insurance policy is worth more than the budget of the film.
Right.
So, like, if they die on set, it has to be their production, or else it's, like, trillions of dollars that gets paid out. Because they're so high value as people, but on top of that, what they're doing is so dangerous that no production company would let them even on the lot, let alone make a movie.
Great is it that Rush Hour 4 is happening?
Oh, my God. I'm very excited about Rush Hour 4. I was a big Rush Hour fan. I'm a big Jackie Chan fan.
I'm a huge Chris Tucker fan, too.
Me, too, yeah.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
I wish that he hadn't, like, ducked out for so long. Because he did, like, a Dave Chappelle, but not nearly as gracefully.
No, but I think he didn't want to do it gracefully. I think he kind of almost in a way sensed the way everything was moving and was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
This isn't for me.
Well, he went back to stand-up, right? That's kind of...
yeah, I mean, yeah, he's done stand-up here and there, to my knowledge. I mean, he might have done a lot more than I know, but...
Yeah.
He hasn't been, like, putting out specials or anything that I know of.
I thought he did one. I might be wrong about that. I thought he did one.
I'm just excited to see Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker back together, working on a film, because you know they're not going to give a single shit about anybody's opinion on the matter. Which, by the way, let me just say, all respect to Ben Stiller for recently coming out.
Oh, my God.
Did you see that debacle? Did you see that debacle?
I was so happy about the way it turned out.
The fact
because everyone's praising him now.
Well, no. Well, the way it started was a fan account said that, Ben Stiller apologized for Tropic Thunder. Ben Stiller saw it and said, no, the fuck I didn't. Yeah. And no, the fuck I won't.
And now, so like today, I was scrolling through Instagram.
And then went far enough, real quick, I'm sorry. I hate to cut you off, but he fucking went far enough to say, and I am extremely... how did he word it?
He's like proud of the work that everyone did on
specifically Robert Downey Jr.'s performance. Yes. Like he really was trying to at this point, I don't give a shit what you think. I'm ruffling feathers. Yes. Like love Ben Stiller.
Also, Jamie Foxx went on Joe Rogan and was like, Robert Downey Jr. is our boy.
He's the only one that's ever successfully played blackface.
I know.
And got praised for it.
I know.
It's because he's good as fuck. Dude.
He's a ridiculously good actor.
If I did not know who Robert Downey Jr. was, and you put that fucking movie on,
you would think he's black.
Not only would I have thought he was Australian,
Oh yeah, but
I would have thought he was black. Dude,
Yeah.
depending on which part you showed me first. Yeah, depending on what
the
part you
whole
showed me
thing is
first.
like he like had a colored change.
He said,
What?
The Jeffersons? Fucking dude, I love that movie so much.
Oh, it's such a good movie. I don't know how to even like quantify, because like I don't think people remember this. There was a show on National Geographic. Well, let me rephrase. I don't know if it was on National Geographic or Discovery or TLC, but it was like super trashy reality TV show. Okay. You know what that TV show is about? And this was probably like 2008, 2009. Show was about people who transitioned in color of their skin. They would get tattoos to make them permanently blackface or permanently whiteface.
This was a real TV show?
Real TV show. Syndicated on national television.
What?
It was called like Black and White or something like that. And it was literally about people who like transitioned race.
What?
Yes, which is...
Were they using black ink or were they using like...
It was like... No, they made them like
brown
brown.
ink?
They made them like brown.
What?
I know. It's really weird. And when I saw this when I was like... Oh, God, I must have been like 8 or 9 years old, something like that. And I remember asking my mom, like, is this okay? Like, do people do this? And she was like, I've never heard of that before in my life. Yeah, it's not okay.
That is crazy.
Right. So I'm pretty sure it's on the Discovery Channel, or was on the Discovery Channel now that I'm thinking about it.
I feel like it had to have been TLC.
That sounds appropriate.
Yeah, TLC
Because that's the
trashiest
trashiest place on television.
Crazy shit going on.
Something along those lines, network-wise. But it was totally, like, I remember seeing commercials for it. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, this white guy thinks he's black and this black guy thinks he's white.
Mom, am I allowed to be black?
That was my question.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I was like, Dad's always got me listening to, like, Afro pop.
Yeah,
and, like,
Jesus.
All that I do is, like, you know, listen to African music, and my best friends are black, and like I feel like I fit into that more.
Oh,
and I was like, Mom, what do I do? And she was like, nothing.
You do what I did.
You do nothing.
Yeah, you do.
You got your lot in life.
You
Enjoy
do what
it.
I did, and you act like man, you act like Jamie
Street
Kennedy
thug.
off Malibu's Most Wanted.
Talk about a career that didn't go well. Jamie Kennedy, wow.
Yeah.
Forgotten in the
He had
annals
some
of the
good
early
roles.
2000s.
He had some good roles.
Yeah. In 2003.
Yeah.
It's Jamie Kennedy.
Was he in
After the Jamie
Kangaroo
Kennedy
Jack?
experience?
Was he in Kangaroo Jack? I loved that movie as a kid.
I did too.
Dude, you look it up. Hey, look, I gotta walk off camera for 2 seconds.
You gotta pee.
Dude, I do.
You gotta pee.
I'm so sorry.
You gotta pee.
I do. Don't
cool.
call me out, man.
Okay.
Look, I'm just gonna be right here in the corner.
You know. All right, so Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, I know it's
You have to understand, I haven't thought about this film since I was a very small boy. 2003 is when that movie came out. Oh my God, it's Jerry O'Connell.
No Jamie Kennedy?
No Jamie Kennedy. No. It's really funny, actually, because that actor, let's see, he was in something real recently, Jerry O'Connell. You don't see many Irish or Scottish. He's British born, but O'Connell is definitely like a Irish-Scottish last name. He was in Stand By Me, but like that was originally like what got him big. There was one that I saw recently that he was in that I quite liked. Now I'm not able to remember. Oh, he was on an episode. He was on 4 episodes of Drunk History. That's interesting. I love that show. What was it? Billions. The TV show Billions. That was a really great TV show. And it's over now, apparently. I didn't know that. They didn't renew it.
with brother.
Oh well. Anyway, yeah.
Friend, we all need somebody to lean on.
Call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. Help you to carry on.
Alright.
We're having fun.
So, real quick, just to shake up the conversation.
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
I just want to talk about the fact
Yeah.
that I experienced the worst concert.
That wasn't it. Just what happened just now. That wasn't the way.
That's better. I would pay more money to hear two dudes cover that song for 3 hours than what I fucking went to. So
That's fucked up. That's just wrong.
So 3 weeks ago, I found myself at the Nelly Ja Rule. So it's called the 2000s Playlist Concert.
Yeah, I heard about that on the radio.
So it was Ja Rule.
Because at first, you told me Nelly before the
Right.
show, and you were like, "I'm gonna talk about Nelly." I thought Nelly Furtado at first.
No. We talking Welcome to Nellyville.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Very different.
No,
Very different.
No. We're talking like 2002's King. Okay.
Yes.
And I love Nelly.
Yes. I had a dancing frog from Walmart that played that song.
Really?
Yes, it was great. He had sunglasses and a tux on.
It played Nellyville?
Yeah. Just that first part, though.
Welcome to Nellyville.
Yeah.
That's all it did?
That's all it did.
That's fucking gold, dude.
It's a great frog.
I love Nelly.
Yep.
I love Ja Rule.
Yes.
Ashanti.
Maybe more importantly, we love Ja Rule.
It's a tie for me. Ashanti,
Never really got into.
she a queen, bro.
Yeah, I've heard.
Lloyd was there. Lay your head
Oh,
on my
wow.
pillow.
I haven't heard
Lay it down.
that in forever.
Lay it down. That guy. He was there. Mace.
I mean,
Fat Joe.
Okay, the
Mike Jones.
okay, Fat Joe and Mike Jones. That's pretty big names.
They were there.
I was about to say, like, you're going down the list of like C-list celebrities at this point.
Right. Well, at this point, they're
Yeah.
all C-listers.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Fat Joe's done quite a bit recently. He's
I think
produced and like MC'd on some tracks.
a lot of them deserve respect, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Pioneers of the game.
Yeah.
But, boy, do I have a fucking bone to pick. Okay? Listen, this was at Bridgestone Arena.
Yes.
Okay?
Which, to be fair,
Respectable venue, though.
large venue in Nashville.
Large venue.
In
like
the
the
middle
number
of
one
downtown
venue.
Nashville, yeah.
The number one venue.
Yes.
Only could be closely rivaled.
Like T-Pack, something like that.
Fuck, I don't know, man. Maybe Ascend Amphitheater, depending on the crowd.
Yeah, but
Depending
that's
on the musician.
That's a lot of like grass space.
It is a lot of grass space. And so it's easier to, I don't know. Listen,
Bridgestone's huge.
Bridgestone's huge.
It's an arena.
It's a fucking arena. It's in the name.
Yeah.
Filled. Every seat in that place was filled.
I don't know that I've ever been there that it wasn't though.
But still, you've got to be a relatively big name.
You got to be a baller to make that happen.
If you're going to sell that many seats, I don't care if, Bridgestone Arena is always filled. But that's because the only people that play Bridgestone Arena are people that can sell it out.
I was just about to say that. So
Just like Madison Square Garden. Not that Bridgestone Arena is Madison Square Garden.
No.
But
it's like Nashville.
nobody's
equivalent.
playing. Yeah, right. Equivalent. Yeah, nobody's playing Madison Square Garden that can't fill it because they know what they're worth.
To be fair, the last person I saw at Bridgestone was Louis C.K. So
love Louis C.K.
Yeah, well, but he just did Madison Square
bet
Garden.
every fucking seat in there was filled.
It was ridiculous.
I would kill to see Louis C.K. I don't give a shit if he beats off in front of women. I would.
It was such a good show, dude.
I bet it was. So we get there.
Yes.
Right? We get there.
Yeah. I love that you had to like do a little pregnant pause first.
I had to.
You're so frustrated.
Okay, so when we get there, Mike Jones is on stage already. Because we showed up a little late. We went to go see someone else real quick downtown.
Wow.
Well, we went to go see that Chandler guy that I've been telling you about.
Yes.
So
it's just for Nashville. I don't know. You're all from Nashville. If you're watching this, probably.
Probably. Or based on our analytics.
Yes.
From Indonesia or Russia.
Right.
Shout out y'all.
You Russian fuckers that are watching this.
How did you find us?
I don't know, but brothers for life.
Yeah, man.
You Russian fuckers keep coming back.
Dude,
we'll
come here. We'll have you on the show.
Oh my God. I would love that.
We're not flying you here, though. You pay your own fucking ticket.
It's okay. We pay our own ticket. You buy vodka. We come here.
Shit. Yes. They don't want our vodka. They'll bring their own vodka.
Yeah, we bring vodka. You enjoy our vodka. We show you how better time we make.
So,
I love Russians.
We get there.
Which I know is horrible to say at the moment.
No.
It is.
No, fuck that. No. You can love Russians and disagree with the Russian government.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, okay.
Vladimir Putin.
Let me put a disclaimer out there. Dislike Vladimir Putin. Hate the Ukrainian stuff. Russian people that I've personally met, salt of the earth.
Yeah, great people. Yeah. Listen, people are people.
People are people. People get fucked up.
If people were like, hate Americans because of Donald Trump, that's essentially the same thing.
Which I think happened a lot.
Well, it happens with every president.
But, yeah. Now...
Wait. The concert, gosh damn it.
I know.
We're gonna stay on topic this time. Just real quick. I know both of us suck at it. You're probably boiling at the seams right now because you're like, I just need to say the thing. I
don't care at this point.
So, we get there.
Yes.
Fucking Mike Jones is on stage.
Yes.
We walk in at the perfect time.
If it was Spike Jones, I'd be like,
the song he's playing is the one. Oh man, shit! It's the only Mike Jones song that I know where it's like
Google
wood grain on different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know.
Wood with the paint missing. That song, like whatever that song is, that's playing. Dude, we got there at 7:30. Nelly didn't go on until 11 o'clock at night.
Oh.
It started at 7. We got there at 7:30. Nelly didn't even hit the stage until 11 o'clock at night. Ja Rule.
How many openers? 3, 4?
Oh my God. 3 or 4? Probably 6.
For a Bridgestone show?
Yes.
That's not right.
Dude.
That's weird.
Dude, it was fucking Fat Joe, Mace, Mike Jones, there's 3, Ja Rule's 4, Ashanti's 5, Lloyd is 6. And I might be forgetting some. Ja Rule went on and off stage 4 different times. That motherfucker, let me say this, Ja Rule deserves nothing but respect.
Yeah.
Dude, you could tell that he was giving it everything he had.
He's a pro.
This dude is professional.
He's a pro.
He was, running around, jumping, getting everybody involved. No lip syncing.
Love that.
No lip syncing.
Because every rapper nowadays,
it's so common.
They just play the same. They play the track that's on the record and then talk over it, and it sounds like shit live.
So I didn't hear a fucking word the entire night.
Wow.
That's really cool. Where I was. Oh no, it's not cool. I didn't hear.
Sorry,
shit.
I thought you were like, I didn't hear the track.
No. I couldn't understand what the hell was happening, but I know 100% certainty that Ja Rule did not lip sync. Ashanti did not lip sync, and she sounded beautiful. I could hear her because she sang loud enough and did some like acapellas a couple times where you could really appreciate her voice.
That's really cool.
And it was beautiful. But other than that, if there was music playing, you could not hear anything. It was like only the stage speakers were playing. And at Bridgestone, there's speakers. You know this.
Oh,
there's
everywhere.
speakers hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, like six
that you
of
can
them
utilize.
Go like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that you can utilize that we would have been able to hear perfectly.
Yeah.
I walked down to the first floor and I walked out onto
you're a ballsy
the floor.
motherfucker, yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I want to know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I go all the way down to the first floor. I go down to the pit. You could hear perfectly.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
If you weren't above the speaker, and the speaker's on the stage.
Yeah.
So if you're on the first floor, it's all going over top of you.
Right.
You could hear everything.
Okay.
If you went one floor above, it sounded pretty shitty. If you went on to the third floor, you couldn't hear anything. It sounded like a shitty high school gymnasium.
Okay, that's super fucked up because I don't know if y'all know this, especially our Russian viewers that we appreciate. There's like 10 floors at Bridgestone.
No.
You know, there's 10 rows going up.
Oh, I wasn't considering rows floors. I was considering balcony.
Oh, okay.
So you're on the first. You're on ground
like
level.
1, 2, 3.
Right. You're on ground level. Then you're on 2. Then you're on 3.
Yeah.
And then there's the extended
Right.
steep seats.
Yeah, like the mezzanine.
Yeah, like the steep seats where like when you stand up, you're like, am I gonna fall forward and die?
Yes.
Like, and we weren't up there.
Right.
We had pretty good seats.
But
We weren't on the first floor.
Right.
We were on the third floor, but we were on the third floor, lower level, like relatively good. I sat in those seats for John Mayer 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
But John Mayer's meticulous.
But if you have a good enough sound engineer and you care enough about your fans and the money that they paid to see you, you can make it
Oh, yeah.
good.
I have...
My neighbors,
Yes.
the people that I had next to me, they flew from Colorado. Do you know why they flew from Colorado?
Because they were huge Nelly fans.
No.
Oh.
They were huge Ja Rule fans.
Hey.
And not even they, the wife.
Yeah.
They were about our age.
Yeah.
They were about between 25, 27.
Yeah.
His wife was the biggest Ja Rule fan because her sister, her older sister, turned her on to Ja Rule. And her sister loved Ja Rule. And she was so excited to be there to see Ja Rule and then could not understand one word that he said. He gave the performance of a lifetime, and that was... yeah, but it was like... Like it was like it was like bad, dude.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And it's not Ja Rule's fault.
No, it's the sound guy's fault.
It's the sound guy's fault.
Whoever ran front of house,
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
He may have gotten fired for that.
I hope he did. I hope we're the only venue that had to suffer through that. We left, dude. I love Nelly.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Ja Rule fan, but I'm a
Yeah.
huge Nelly fan.
Yeah.
I bought the tickets more for Nelly than Ja Rule. No offense against Ja Rule. Like
Yeah.
I probably would have
Because
went
he's
anyway.
gonna listen to this.
I mean, he might.
He might.
Ja
Rule, if you want to come on the podcast, we're real happy to have you.
I likely would have went for Ja Rule, but when I saw Ja Rule and Nelly, I was like, sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah.
And then Nelly didn't even go on until fucking 4 hours later. Dude, 4 hours later?
I know.
That's fucked. 4 hours after start time, and not only that, but I couldn't even hear anything you said. I waited for 2 songs. Country Grammar came on, because Grace really wanted to hear Country Grammar.
Yeah.
Which is you know what Country Grammar is? All right, so we stayed for Country Grammar, couldn't understand a fucking word. Fortunately, we know the song, we know the tempo, we know the way that it goes.
Yeah.
So like we could follow along.
Yeah.
But if you had never heard that song before,
That's like
it would
paint
just
by
sound
number
like
with music.
That's what it would sound like. It'd be like that's what it would have sounded like.
It's just not even like professional standard.
No, it's not
even close.
dude. It's fucking. I've been to house shows in Murfreesboro that sounded better than that.
Me too.
I've been to shitty. We have a mic, and not only is the guitar going through that Fender speaker, but so is my voice. Yes. And I've had a better. It's better. Yeah, I've had a better time at that show and could understand that better than I could understand what the fuck was happening at Bridgestone that night, and it was disappointing. And we spent $200 to go see that. which isn't in the grand scheme of things for concerts nowadays. Isn't like it's not break the bank.
No, but it's still bad.
It's bad.
Still bad.
You pay $200, and I had a better time at Hard Rock Cafe listening to Chandler play. Granted, Chandler's a super talented individual.
He's a great guy.
I mean,
but
he's a super talented
that's
individual.
That's not the point, though. I think even he would agree that the sound should have been better at fucking Bridgestone for Nelly and Ja Rule than for him.
Yeah, because at that point, fucking Chandler has more of a right to play Bridgestone Arena than fucking these established professional artists. Dude, it was embarrassing, man.
It is super embarrassing.
It was shitty. Not only that, and it's probably not even right that I say this part. Okay, I'll preface by saying that this isn't necessarily anybody's fault, but we were like, okay, maybe the saving grace will go down to, I just remembered who else was there. You're about to hear. Maybe we'll go down on the merch table and we'll at least get like a Ja Rule shirt or a Nelly shirt, and like that'll at least be like a cool memento to have. Yeah, because like it's so cool to say that we were there.
Yeah, it's the
it's not $200 cool
tour or whatever.
It's not $200 cool.
No,
but it's still cool to be like, yeah, I saw Nelly and Ja Rule live.
You're gonna pay $50 per T-shirt.
No, too. But yeah, so we get down there. There's a whole wall.
Yeah.
There's 2 T-shirts hanging up.
Oh my god.
The whole wall's empty. There's 2 T-shirts. You know who T-shirts? The fucking Yin Yang Twins. That was it. And so I was like,
no,
I swear to God. And I was like, hey,
they went deep for that.
I was like, do y'all? Oh yeah. I was like, do y'all have like any like Nelly, Ja Rule, Ashanti, like Lloyd, like anything? And
anybody
like, other than anybody? And they were like,
we got the Yin Yang Twins.
Well, they were like, you know, we had to put all the merch on a separate bus, and it like broke down.
Oh, okay. So
the merch didn't make it. So it's not anybody's fault.
No, that happened.
But it just was like the icing on the cake. I was just like, son of a bitch, man.
Leaving.
You try to salvage a shitty situation. The best part about this place is the overpriced beer, and that's a fucking problem.
That is a problem. That is a huge problem. Now, I get that, though. One time, God, I almost got left in, where were we? I think we were in Wyoming.
Is this when you were
with Low Cash?
With Low Cash.
Yes. I had the option of riding one of the 2 buses that was traveling with us at that point. That's not a normal thing for Low Cash. Normally, it's just the one bus.
Right.
And merch.
And by bus, you just mean a Sprinter van.
No, it's a bus.
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, no, it's a 16 passenger or 16 sleeper. Big boy. It's a nice tour van.
Dude, Low Cash is a big band, dude.
They are.
Whatever you want to admit it or not, they are. They're a big band.
This is one thing I'll say, because
I know your cousin,
uncle. He's their rhythm guitar player.
That's so funny.
And background vocalist.
So funny. Do you think he would be mad at you?
No.
If he heard that you were dissing him so much?
He doesn't know. Well, because I'm not dissing him. I'm dissing them, which he does equally.
And by them, we mean the lead singer.
Singers. But so that was
2 of them?
Yeah. It's a country duo. So that was what I was about to say.
Which one do you think's better?
Oh, Preston. 100%.
Who's the other one?
Chris.
Yeah.
So it's Preston Burst or Brust. It's either Burst or Brust. I always get dyslexic with the U and the R for some reason. And then Chris, who...
What's Chris's last name? Don't even know because he's not even good.
He's fine. I like his kid a lot. He's got a very sweet son that I kind of like babysit for like a week on tour.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Because Chris Lucas. That's it. Lucas.
Dude, that is the funniest shit.
I still have their phone numbers.
Hey, what's the best part about Chris? Babysitting his fucking kid, to be honest with you.
Well, to be perfectly honest, yes, because me and his kid played
hopscotch,
some sort of Lego game on the Switch for like 4 hours one day. That was a great day. Was
it like one of the Lego like Batman games or Star Wars games or something?
Yeah, it was one of those, but it was
great games
in a Lego city.
Funny enough,
yeah. No, there is a very fun day.
Yeah.
The only thing that made me a little sad was like I could tell that his like dad's
He's like, I wish my dad would play this game with me.
I didn't sign an NDA, or I did, but maybe I did. I don't know. It's out of contract.
We'll get a cease and desist if we...
Fuck it. Chris and Preston were good enough people. His kid did say something to me that made me feel like...
Fucking spicy.
Well, it made me feel like Chris may have... I'll put it this way. I think Chris and Preston both suffer from a little bit of body dysmorphia in the way that they look at themselves as being perceived a certain way, and they want to hold up to the standard.
That's common.
Fair. But one day I heard his kid repeat some of the rhetoric that I'm assuming Chris probably,
says about himself?
Right. Which was that, fat people aren't cool. And that just kind of, broke my heart a little bit, because I was like... You're just a little 8-year-old who plays video games and eats snacks all day.
You shouldn't even have to think about stuff that.
Yeah, that should not be something on your.
That's
your
adult conversation. Yeah,
not adolescent mind even.
Yeah.
But then so Chris is fine. He just has a temper, and I wouldn't even say he gets mean. I would just say that he's
Gets overwhelmed easily.
Yes, that's a really good way of putting it. He's one of those people that he'll do 9 out of 10 shows riding on the bus with you, but eventually he's gonna get pissed off enough with everybody on the bus that he's gonna fly to every gig.
Oh, so it's not even he's being a dick to people. It's just he gets overwhelmed and overworked and feels like he needs his space.
I think so.
I can respect that.
Although he also yells occasionally.
Okay, but he's not.
I mean,
that's not his baseline.
No, well,
he's not.
And it's not that way for either of them. Neither of them are cruel people in any way, shape, or form. They're just. I think they're a little misunderstood in the fact that they don't. I'm trying to think of a tactful way to say this. They have a lot of success, but no one understands how much work they personally have to put in order to achieve that success.
Do you think that's why they walk around with the attitudes that they do?
100%. Because they think that
so it's a little bit more well-deserved.
A little bit, but it's not prideful. It's
Comes off cunty?
Yes, but not because they're cunty. It's because, in my estimation, they perceive, from an audience perspective, that that's how they need to act. Which is just wrong.
Super wrong.
But they don't know that.
Well, man, that's disappointing because, it's the complete opposite, actually, of how you should be. Because,
right.
There's a time and a place for everything, right? So, one example I can think of that's in the same genre, I get this buddy, Jacob, who went to a Brantley Gilbert concert. Do you know Brantley Gilbert?
Don't know directly.
He's a country artist.
Yeah.
He's, he's not bro country as in poppy because he's older than that. But he is very masculine and
90s
takes his shirt off. Nah, not 90s. But he takes his shirt off on stage and he's very
just because they're all doing that now. They're all doing the 90s country throwback.
Well, and respect for this, Brantley Gilbert, at that concert, he saw a boyfriend and girlfriend. I have to assume that's what they were. Maybe husband and wife, but we'll say boyfriend and girlfriend were fighting in the crowd, and the boyfriend, pushed his girlfriend. And Brantley saw it, and he stopped. He stopped the whole band.
Yeah.
Stopped the whole band. This motherfucker's in his 30s.
Yeah.
Shirt off.
Yeah.
Belt buckle out.
Right.
Stops the whole show. And calls this man out and was like, look, motherfucker, you want to push somebody, you come up here and you fucking push me.
Yeah.
And was about to get off on stage and beat this dude's ass.
That's real Axl Rose energy right there.
That is, to a degree, chauvinistically acting like a badass. But it's well deserved for sure. But it's very.
Is it chauvinistic if it's chivalry?
I still feel
or is chivalry in and of itself chauvinistic at this point?
No, I don't think it's chauvinistic. But maybe chauvinistic was a bad word to use. But what I'm saying, maybe I use that word because he's on stage and everybody's looking at him.
He's bringing some testosterone with him.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got to be a little more amplified. Do I think he would have done that off stage? Absolutely. No, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he was so based on what.
No, I think that's great. I'm just saying, like, from my experience, it seems like on stage
most people would just turn a blind eye. Yeah, no. But like, based on what Jacob said, he reacted so quickly that like I have to assume he's a good dude enough to where he would have said something if somebody put hands on him. But
that's always how I felt about Axl Rose, because like I grew up in the time where like Chinese Democracy hadn't been released yet, and there was still like the whole like Slash versus Axl fight going on. Now they're on tour together; they don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I just mean that's always been there in music.
I just mean that is an aggressive standard that fans can get behind, because we're like, okay, yes, you're being aggressive, yes, you're being confrontational, but there's a moral implication.
Yeah.
Now, if you're just being a douchebag because you want to be a frat bro douchebag because that's what you think your fans want,
yes,
well, then you're just kind of a twat.
Right. And that was sort of my perception of how they acted, was just like they thought their fans.
You think we could get them on the show?
No. They barely want to do radio.
Oh, really?
So that was like part of my duty, especially because Paul, my uncle, usually was like fucking off and having a beer by that point in the day. Radio always.
Did Paul tour with them?
Oh yeah, that's who is their rhythm guitar player and vocalist, like background vocalist. Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah.
God, did you hear that pee on that? I am so sorry for the audience. Yeah, that was brutal. Paul?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
If you want to look it up, Paul Scott Music. We did a Paulcast for a while.
Yeah, the Paulcast.
Good old Paulcast.
Oh, believe me, I met Paul.
Yes, you did.
Think we could get Paul on here?
Oh, yeah, you'd do it.
I think he would.
He'd have fun with it.
Yeah, Paul would come on in a heartbeat. I like Paul.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's my uncle, so it's
right.
hard for me not to like him.
It's kidding for you. I like Paul.
No, Paul is just an acquired taste. He comes from a generation where he learned through Van Halen and other 80s guys how to be like a macho 80s dude, and that's kind of what he's just always personified for me anyway. And Low Cash is funny because...
Do you think we could get him to play Castle on the Hill?
Yeah. 100%. The sunshine and the bullet. Yeah, that's sort of an inside joke. Look up the Paul Scott Music YouTube channel, and
he's talented. Dude, he's a talented individual.
He's a talented
individual.
My problem, and it's not a personal problem, of course, with Paul, but my problem is that my whole life I've listened to him make records that are sort of like Xeroxes of Xeroxes. Like every time that he puts out a record, which is infrequently now, but used to be a lot more, he always had, writer friends in the room. He always had session players play the other instruments and stuff like that. I'm desperate for him to make an album that's just him. Because...
You ever told him that?
Oh, yeah. We had a huge discourse about this the other day.
Really? You talked to him recently about this?
Oh, yeah. No, I straight up texted him like paragraphs the other day going like, look, you're this age. I have 3 albums at this point. Or working on my 3rd.
By the way,
yeah,
we're not going to talk about it. I'm going to say something.
Okay.
And then we're going to go back to what you're saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Promise?
Yeah.
I got a preview the other day. I got a preview of what Red's working on right now. There were no lyrics involved, but just the music alone was phenomenal.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's phenomenal. I mean,
that makes me so happy to hear you
say
that.
It really was, man. I mean, the progression in the song was very fluid. It was very seamless. It had build-ups at the right time. And it never fell. It trailed off beautifully.
That's so
nice. It was almost like experiencing a sunrise and a sunset within 6 minutes.
Wow.
It was like you woke up. It was almost like a time lapse of a day. It was beautiful.
I've never had a compliment like that. But
it was beautiful.
Thank you.
It was beautiful.
So much. Thank you. It's highly encouraging for me to finish this record.
I'm honestly excited. I'm very excited to see, because I loved the last record, but my favorite song off the last record was the very 80s driven song that you and I listened to 3 different times.
Oh yes,
in the car.
No, that's on this new record.
But my favorite is my favorite version on this record, because you had 2 versions of that song. And it was the album version, and then it was your version,
the tape version.
The tape version.
Yeah,
the tape version is.
It's getting the full album. So let me clarify real quick. I have 2 other albums out. One was a memorial for my father. The other one before that is a collection of singles that I put out on SoundCloud since 2018 to 2022. This record is the first one that is like, I wouldn't call it commercial in any way, shape, or form, because it's not that kind of music. But it's, I think it's enjoyable by a mass audience more so than some of my other stuff.
It's not radio music.
No.
It is what artists would listen to, though.
Yeah, which is the only people I'm making this for.
It's the only people you should ever make music for, in my opinion.
I want
people that appreciate real music. You don't want to make radio music.
Yeah.
You want to make real music.
Big agree on that one. And to that point, I only make music because I want to tell a story through the progression of the entire record.
Right.
Which I think is very important to underline, sort of. The other thing, though, is that this third record that is coming out in May is getting released in both versions. So I wanted to do it like Pokemon. And I'm going to do this for all of my records from here on out. There's going to be a standard version and a tape version. And they're going to be mixed totally differently, and they're going to have different things. There might even be a bonus track on one or the other. But I wanted it to be like gold and silver, red and blue. Like, I want you...
I love that.
As a consumer, I want you to go, not only do I have options here, but I can either go for like total nostalgic flair that's going to like really soothe that part of my sensibility and like listening, or I can go, I want state-of-the-art new mix.
So what would you call what you played me? Would that be more VHS, or would that be more...
No, that was just the standard mix.
That was the standard?
That was the standard.
Can't wait to hear the tape production then.
Oh, I'm sure that you're going to like that a lot.
Yeah, genuinely. It played all the way down Jefferson. Down Jefferson, a little bit down Sam Ridley. What is it, like a 6...
That's like a...
6.5, 7 minute song?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was all music. That was no lyrics.
Which that song is going to have lyrics.
Yeah.
Yes.
You previewed, you sang for me live in the car.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm spoiled and I get live performance.
Well, you know.
But it really was, man. It was beautiful. I loved it. I've known you for so long that I've seen the progression of I want to get into music to I'm doing music.
Yeah, well, because like back in, not to keep bringing it up, but back in the Vape Crazy days, I remember I would sit there with my guitar that my dad bought me, my black Epiphone EJ acoustic, and I would sit there in the store and practice Cleopatra by the Lumineers over and over and over again, because there's no one in the shop after a certain point in time. Like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Yeah. It's like I gotta wait until 9 to close this place up. So I'm just gonna play music until I get out of here. And to go from that having like zero interest or even capability for like audio engineering to like where I'm at now and being able to like mix and master a professional sounding record is like, I mean, it's the difference between 18 and 25 as far as age goes, but it's also like, that wasn't the only thing I was doing at that time. I was also going to film school and going to Motlow for community college before I went to film school. And I mean, most people, and this is not to brag on myself in any way, shape, or form, because I hate doing that, but just I'm proud in a way that I was able to achieve so much in that short amount of time.
No, buddy, I'm proud of you.
Well, I appreciate that. To go back to Paul, though, for a second.
Yeah.
I legitimately texted him. It felt like War and Peace. It was just this huge text novel, basically, the other day. And I was like, dude, my whole life, the only thing you've ever done is chase trends. That's what you do. You were like an 80s TikTok kid, basically. And what I'm begging for is for you to make a piece of music, a full-length album, that tells a story of your soul. Make music from your heart for once in your career. Don't play low cash music. Don't do another cover. Don't do sloppily written country music that you had 5 other writers on. You and a guitar, some drum machines, some synths, a bass, sit in a room and make a record by yourself. And it wasn't because I want him to live up to my standards. And it's not because I want to live up to his standards.
It's because you want him to live up to his own.
I want him to be his own artist.
Just
for once in his
you.
life. I want to hear a record that sounds like Paul from his soul.
Because
not from what he hears other people do.
I don't know who Paul is as a musician. I've heard him play, I've heard him sing.
Yeah.
And he's good.
But there's no integrity behind any of it.
But I have no idea what his individual sound is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's no integrity. There's no sensibility. There's no him as an individual poured into that.
I want to know who you are as an artist.
Yes.
Regardless of what you're performing, I just want to know that it's you. I want to know that this because like I'm cool with covers,
the most authentic version of self.
Right. I'm cool with covers. That's fine, dude. I play covers all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm just now starting to branch off and kind of try to take writing a little more serious.
And I cannot wait to record some of that for you.
And I can't wait to record the one that I've been working on.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. You guys will have to wait for that. It's so good.
I think it's probably one of the better things I've written. It's one
of the better things that anyone in your town has written.
I don't know about that.
I do.
So I wrote the one country-esque heartbreak song
that was a good
last
one.
year. I think that one was good.
So,
well,
I have to tell on you a little bit.
Okay. What?
One of my favorite things about that song, and I hope to God you still have this because I'd like to frame it at some point.
Oh, God.
Dalton wrote the lyrics and the chords on a piece of cardboard that he tore off a box. It looked like Plank from Ed, and Eddie. With song lyrics on it.
It might still be in the garage.
I hope so.
It might.
I hope so.
We might have that fucking hung up on the wall, just to have it.
I would love that.
That's funny, dude. I forgot about that completely.
It's one of my favorite memories.
I did.
Because I was kind of like semi-living here at that point.
Yeah.
And I remembered I'd come home at the end of the day, like...
walk in the garage and it's hung up.
You'd be 3 beers deep, just like strumming to a cardboard box.
Right.
And I'm like, what is happening?
Okay. It's because I was... Okay, look. I was working on the song, but it was a heartbreak song written from... Unfortunately, at the time, from a first-person perspective. So, like, 3 beers is putting it light.
Okay, I'm still...
Oh, now you're gonna do it?
I gotta pee.
So, I was writing this song from a very first-person perspective, and so, like, after so many beers, it's not that you can't remember your own lyrics. It just helps to have a reference. Yes. And so, not only... did I write the lyrics on the cardboard, but I wrote the chords on the cardboard, and I hung it up with a binder clip on a shelf that I have in the garage, because that was my beer drinking space and my heartbreak space, and that's where I spent a lot of time during that time in my life. And it's definitely a song. That song is one of the songs that I want to invest more time in. Like, I want to go back to it and put more time into it, because I feel like I have this problem where I hear so many other singers, and it's almost like no matter what genre they're singing, they still sound like them. But I have this weird thing where if I write a song that's country-esque, it's almost like without thinking about it, I subconsciously sing it as if I were a country singer, and I cannot sing it any other way. But then, to that same coin, if I write a song that's like kind of angsty and like punky, like pop punk, I sing it like a pop pop punk band, and I can't sing it any other way. And I don't know how. I feel like I need to go to a fucking like a writer. Like I feel or a writer. I feel like I need to go to like a fucking a vocal coach and like figure out how to get a hold of my own voice, because also I feel like I'm going off on tangents here. Also, if I key my guitar in a different key, like if I'm used to singing a song on, let's say, capo 2, I sing one way, but then if I slide the capo to 3 or capo to 1, I can't make my voice sound the same as on capo 2. My voice subconsciously, without my control, goes up an octave or drops down an octave. And I feel like I only have as much control over my voice as I do the instrument that I'm playing and singing to.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you how to fix that.
Do you need me to get a capo?
No. Okay, so, and this is not, I'm showing you this because this is something I've showed my music students recently. And in my opinion, it's a very valuable technique. It has nothing to do with you, though. It's just, I think you'll benefit from this. Okay. Let me adjust a little bit. So quiet. Dang it! Okay, so this is the tendency, right? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a different one. So my tendency is sort of similar to yours. I go a little bit chameleon in favor of the original recording artist of the song.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I do that. Guilty.
So here's how you get around that. So like, okay, do you know the song 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover by Paul Simon? Okay, so it goes, problem is all inside your head, she said to me. Wait, hold on. It's E minor, D, C. Okay, B7. Okay, so. Problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. Must be 50 ways to leave your lover. Now,
that's beautiful.
That's a way to do it, which is sort of like the Paul Simon way. The way that I try and help people get back to like their natural voice is like, so like Paul Simon would sing the song. It's all very soft palate at the front, very very much coming out of your nose and out of sort of like the higher point of like your facial features. That's kind of how it feels to sing that song. The way you get around that is you go ba 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 ba. You do it as loud as you kind of can, but you do it only with vowels. So you try and make an A sound as much as you can. So
that's so funny, dude. I just saw a TikTok video about this
exact
thing.
So it'd be da 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 da. So before we had shoot, how does it start? So very soft, very just sort of very Paul Simon. Right?
Yeah.
But then you go.
Now you need the lyrics.
I do. Hold on. We got it. So,
you literally just sang this song.
I know. You know, this is what happens when you do things live.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm human, motherfucker. Okay.
Sometimes, unfortunately. Okay. So you can go like this. This is the Paul Simon way of doing it. So it's like, problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. Must be 50 ways to leave your lover. Now here's how I would sing it myself. Ba 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 da 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 da. Okay? Same melody, same chords. But what I'm doing is I'm adjusting my palette to feel comfortable to my own voice. Because what I can do, and what you do, is you can sing like the artist. The way to get out of that, though, is take the lyrics completely out. Go ba da 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 da. Then you start to go, okay, well, let me try and talk it a little bit. You go, Problem is all inside your head, she said to me. Answer is easy if you take it logically. Okay. So I'm kind of in that range. That's sort of like So you're kind of like at an F right there, which isn't really in the key, but it sounds okay when you're harmonizing with the chords that are happening. Yeah. So what you end up doing is after you've kind of worked through your vowels enough and you kind of learned where your speaking tonality is. So I always kind of speak right here in an A. A little bit sharp. So I'm kind of like an A sharp speaking voice. That kind of like fits really naturally with like how I talk normally. Yeah. And there we go. We're in an E minor. So for me to come down here is duh. Or I can go and be really light and airy. The way I cut that out there is I go ba na 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 na, and I let it be really ugly for a minute. But then after you do it for a while, you go, problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. Must be 50 ways to leave your lover. And all of a sudden, it sounds like I'm a totally different person singing the same song.
I'll have to fucking try that because it's something that I struggle with. If I go to play a John Mayer song, I've listened to so much John Mayer for so long.
I know. It's like, how can I not be John Mayer?
How can I not sing this like John Mayer?
Neon.
You already know what it is.
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing. Like, you open up those vowel sounds, you can't sing anything that's not you. Because what you're doing is you're basically saying, like, okay, I'm going to open up my vocal cords to be really vulnerable. Because it's not pretty notes. But when I do it in the context of music, it sounds like myself. It doesn't sound like I'm trying to emulate this other voice. Even though I can, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it's really not the point. I'm not trying to emulate another voice. I do it automatically because I've listened to it so many times. Which is exactly why... So a lot of vocal coaches will do this method where they go, okay, I want you to sing the song, but what I want you to do is instead of singing the song itself, you go only So you make it a really ugly A sound. So say you were doing like We Will Rock You by Queen. So you'd be like, and what that does is it finds the different palates of your voice. You have your soft palate, you have your hard palate. When you do that really harsh A sound and you open up your vowels, what you're effectively doing is cutting out all the bullshit, and you're just going like, It's a gross note, but what I know is that's what I can do. I can go, ha, and I can go up or down, left or right, doesn't matter. Point, though, is I found my tone. I've been able to go, okay, I'm going to step away from what I've heard other people do, and I'm going to make it really ugly so that I can hone it into something that works well.
Hilarious to like walk in on.
I know. It sounds like you're constipated, but you're just going. Next time you sing it, though, you're gonna go.
Yeah, so I've been learning the in repair.
The problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover.
Okay,
and that's so much better than. The problem is all
what's fucked up is acapella.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take Sunday Morning from Maroon 5.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going Velvet Underground.
No.
Sunday morning.
No. So Sunday Morning.
Yeah.
Maroon 5.
Yeah.
Without playing it on guitar.
Yeah.
I can sing it in my own voice exactly how I want to sing it.
Let's hear it.
It's so loud.
Do it.
I feel like I'd have to get
way back up a little bit. Yeah.
But the second I start playing it,
yeah,
I lose.
You become.
All key. Yeah, it's like. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta get the
yeah.
Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin.
Keep going.
Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in. Things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And I would gladly hit this road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. Yeah. That someday it might lead me back to you.
All right, now do it with vowels. Start from the top. One.
What? Do it with the vowels.
Just the whole time. Okay.
What?
Just A sounds like.
That's terrible.
I know it is. It sounds horrible. Just do it.
I don't think people want to be a part of this.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now do it with the lyrics. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist.
That sounded so much more like you than the first time.
Really?
Now do it with O sounds. Oh. Seriously. I know, it's so stupid, but it works.
Like a fucking orangutan?
It works, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now back again with the lyrics.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What you're doing is more authentic to your actual voice, though, because you could have done, what is his name? Adam Levine? Yeah, he could have gone, Sunday morning, rain is falling.
It's really just when you bring it up, when he goes, Sunday morning, rain is falling.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, when you think about your approach to the note, think about the O. Because you can't, when you're making it, when you make an ugly note, you can't help but be yourself. So, how I would translate that into actual singing, that would be, Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover of your skin. Crowds are shouting, innocent moments, unforgettable. And that time you didn't sound anything like Adam Levine.
But things just get so crazy.
So the one that I always go to, funny enough, because I can't help but sound like him when I try and sing this.
God, dude, I don't even want to fucking re-listen to this podcast now.
Yeah, I feel that. Every time I sing on anything, I'm like, fuck, can I just
die?
Can you just play the part that I'm not singing?
Yeah. Can I just do a death right now?
Can I just fucking die? Thank you very much.
I just feel like there's certain songs I shouldn't sing and certain songs that I can easily sing.
That's fair. So
Is this gonna be like Land Between the Pines? You about to play me some Wagon Wheel?
you could have a steam train, yeah. If you just lay down your tracks, you could have an airplane flying. If you'd bring your blue sky back, all you do is call me. I'll be anything you need. You could have a Big Dipper going up and down around the bends. You could have a bumper car bumping. This amusement never ends. I wanna be a sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Anyway, the point is, that song, because it's Peter Gabriel and so fucking recognizable, it's impossible for me not to sound like Peter Gabriel.
To sound like him? Yeah, that's why when we do karaoke together, which we do often for
So
people
often,
listening,
yeah.
like we what's funny to me, dude, I have come to realize people are not us. So like,
yeah, not at all.
Like,
not even close.
what's common for you and I to do together
Yeah.
is just hang out,
Yeah.
drink,
Yes.
and then pull up YouTube karaoke,
Yes.
and we just sing.
Don't stop
Believe it. Hold to this feeling. Yeah. Nobody else does that.
No.
They're like, wait. What do you mean you sing karaoke but you didn't go to the bar? And I'm like, well,
I have a Roku, sir.
I had 8 people at my house, and we all took turns singing into the remote, and we picked each other's songs. And they're like,
It's the best time
what?
ever.
Yo,
it's
it's
so fucking fun.
It really shows you how much of a dick people can be.
It's really funny
like,
too.
I'm gonna give you "Hot and Cold" by Katy Perry, and you're like, "This is not in my fucking key."
Okay. Hot and you're cold, yes, and you're no.
It hurts.
Yeah, because like 5 verses later, you're like,
I'm still doing this.
Of course, my favorite is always when I give you like AC/DC and you're just like,
Oh my
the whole song.
God.
Just,
You really got to bring out that 70s screech.
Yes.
Even though AC/DC was
Every
80s.
time that I look in the mirror, all these lines, my face getting clearer. Miles cold.
Okay, that's Aerosmith.
Dust to dawn.
Sing with me, I'll sing for you.
See, that was what I was waiting for. You know what that always reminds me of?
Bye, bus driver.
And if you haven't seen that meme yet, God, look up "Bye Bus Driver." You will not be disappointed. Oh my God, it's comedy gold.
But we'll probably be 3 weeks late. You'll probably have heard it by now.
True.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to cover?
We're way too late to cover the Oscars.
Real quick.
But
Yes.
rattling them off.
Yes.
Anything that Babylon is has a nominee for, which I know they have one for costume design. I'm gonna tell you right now, Babylon's gonna win. Okay, I know Elvis also has.
Did you watch
nominee. No.
Yeah, I mean,
Austin Butler played Elvis, correct?
Yeah.
Phenomenal guy.
Yeah. Seems like
Very talented.
like a stud.
Also seems to have a good personality.
Yeah. Seems like a nice guy.
I like seeing him.
Yeah.
So like nothing against him, but what I'm gonna tell you is we've already had films in that era, right?
Yes.
Like we've already had Elvis films. We've already had
We
Johnny
had
Cash films
with Elvis in them,
right?
Which were
so
really
what I'm
good.
gonna tell you is, if you like costume design, is one that stood out to me. And I want to say Elvis was a nominee. I know for sure Babylon was, because my initial instinct was
for costume.
Babylon's winning for sure. I mean, you got to think.
Let's look.
Not only is it a star-studded cast, being Margot Robbie,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, which, I mean, come on, you know that I obviously
too.
have an affinity for Brad Pitt.
Affinity.
Topher fucking Grace.
I know. Which
Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man's in this fucking film.
not Spider-Man.
Yes.
He was Venom in Spider-Man 3 and was
Oh my
in
god.
that 70s show.
No, wait. Yeah, Topher Grace was.
He was Eric, yeah.
This wasn't Topher Grace.
Tobey
This was
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking kill me. Every single time we do this goddamn show.
You are like
So excited, but overly excited. And I talk before I fucking think.
you're like you're so close.
I'm so close all the time, dude. I'm just hitting. I'm missing the nail by like a half inch. I'm like swinging the hammer. It's like, dude, you're swinging the hammer great.
So well.
But just adjust the angle at which you're swinging.
You know what it reminds me of a little bit?
Maybe, okay, listen.
You're like-
Tobey Maguire and Topher Grace were in Spider-Man together, and I think that's what
Yes.
fucked me up this time.
That's fair. All that I'm saying is that like if I had you as a student in a class,
you would be so frustrated.
no, you're one of the people that I would like pass out of like merit and nothing else.
He means so well.
Literally, I would be like, okay, he gets like a B+ for just like showing up and giving a shit.
Dude,
every
he
time.
always is so passionate about
He
being
tries
wrong.
so
Like,
I have a kid right now like
Dude.
that in one of my classes. She is she's actually really cool. She's this little girl that has like been an extra in like a ton of movies, and like her whole thing right now is that she's like trying to be like this little kid star in like, you know, local Hollywood, whatever.
local Hollywood.
The fun thing about her though
Nollywood?
is like, yeah, right. She literally will be like, yeah, my mom does all my homework for me, but like, I remember you said this last week, and every time I'm like,
Don't tell me that.
okay,
Yeah. Don't tell me that.
you shouldn't. Your
You
honesty
run your
is getting
headphones
rewarded.
behind your neck.
Today I did.
Is that not uncomfortable?
Well, the cord is on my left side,
Right.
so I'd rather have it be like,
Why is the cord not on?
because if you look at your headphones, it tells you.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
Well, I mean,
I'm glad I sit on this side.
you know why?
Did you burp?
No. No, I went, I am too. Does it smell weird?
Maybe Grace pulled chicken out of the oven.
I can't smell anything. It's not a COVID thing.
Listen, I just had COVID 2 weeks ago.
No, I think it's a warehouse thing.
It's a Greek thing. Little known fact. Greeks can't smell.
We have no sense of smell.
That's why they eat so many tomatoes.
And
it's not for flavor, because tomatoes taste like shit.
I hate tomatoes.
Do you?
I'm
Thank
like
God.
I'm like the one Greek who's like, get that tomato away from me.
The only time I'll eat tomatoes is if they're cooked in pasta. I will eat them on a pizza, no problem.
Yeah.
Cooked tomatoes I can eat, no issue.
Yeah.
The only time I can eat a raw tomato, bruschetta.
Yeah, fair enough.
I will eat the fuck out of some bruschetta.
Same.
But if you put fucking pico de gallo, oh my God, dude.
Well, it's two of my least favorite things. Well, three of my least favorite things.
Gallo and pico.
It's tomato, onion, and cilantro.
You don't like onion?
I hate onion. I have a gag reflex for onion. I can't even swallow onion.
I cannot stand cilantro.
Yeah, I don't like cilantro either.
You put one flake. Okay, listen.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm not like that. But
No. I dated this chick, right? And
this cilantro ass chick.
Well, you know her.
Oh, I think I do.
Yeah,
now
their culture uses cilantro quite a bit. So, I dated this chick. Her dad, phenomenal cook.
Yes.
And I ate dinner at their house. I can't tell you how many times. And, after like 3 years. No, I never said anything.
Really?
No, I just choked it down. Because 90% of the dish was delicious. And so I just ate it. And like 3 years after being like a part of these people's lives, I was like, yeah, I fucking hate cilantro. And he was like, no, you don't. And I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, but I cook with cilantro all the time. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Trust me, I'm
and
well
he was like,
aware.
but what do you mean? Because you eat it. And I was like, yeah.
I'm not rude. I just hate cilantro.
Because I love you, and like your food tastes good. I just don't like the one thing. And he was like, there's no way you've known. I was like, no, I do know.
Yeah, no,
so like we started playing a game, because I told him straight up. I was like, I swear to God, because he tried to tell me. He was like, I bet you I could cook with cilantro without you knowing. And I was like,
Poem does that without you.
There's no way. I was like, there's no way you can. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. I was like, if you add one flake of cilantro, one little piece,
you'll know,
to a pot of soup.
So are you like
and
a
then
soap
strain it out?
Cilantro guy?
No, it does not taste like soap.
Okay.
It does not taste like soap.
You just don't like the flavor.
I just don't like the flavor.
Okay.
I just think it tastes like garbage, bro. It doesn't taste like soap. It just tastes like lawn clippings. Like, I don't like raw spinach either, usually.
Oh, see, I do.
I'll eat
no of raw spinach.
I will eat raw spinach in a salad.
Yeah.
I will eat raw spinach on a sandwich. Nope. It's not that I hate it. I just don't love it. Okay. Same with cilantro. So I can eat it, but I don't love it.
I'm the same.
I say I hate it though because I'm closer to hating it than liking it. Yeah.
So like I do the exact same thing for broccoli.
I love broccoli.
It's probably my favorite food.
Love cauliflower too.
Me too. Yeah. So cauliflower,
the white
broccoli, cabbage, like red cabbage.
Fuck.
I can eat any of that stuff straight.
I can eat cabbage and egg rolls, and that's about it.
So I can eat any of that straight up except for the broccoli. The broccoli at least has to be steamed. I cannot eat raw broccoli. It tastes like throw up to me.
7-month-old.
But if you put any kind of cooked broccoli in front of me, I will eat a pound of broccoli. I hate cooked carrots. I like raw carrots.
God, I can only eat cooked carrots.
See, yeah.
And actually, I really...
This might be just a thing.
I'll eat cooked carrots.
Yeah.
They taste like dirt to me, though.
See, I think
a raw carrot tastes like dirt.
I like the snap of it. Cooked carrots to me taste like a diaper.
I want a soft carrot. I want to bite into it.
See, that makes me think of like mushy poop.
Do you like peas?
I do like peas.
Do you like split pea soup?
No.
Really?
That shit's gross to me.
It's so good.
See, I like...
do you like green beans?
I love green beans.
Do you like canned green beans?
Yes.
Won't eat them.
Really?
I will eat the shit out of some fresh green beans.
Oh, I could eat some cold green beans out of the can. I don't care at all.
No.
Really?
I'll eat canned green. Or no, I'm sorry. I'll eat fresh green beans.
Yeah,
like French cut.
like snapped.
Love
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Love them.
I'm not saying that's
Will
bad.
not eat canned green beans.
I prefer the canned ones, I think.
You nasty bitch. That's why I won't eat people's green beans. Everybody's like, my green bean casserole is so good.
Oh,
my
God.
grandma made
Green
it.
bean
And I'm like,
casserole
bro, your
is
grandma
disgusting.
made the same fucking green bean casserole that every grandma has made for the past 40 fucking years.
This is why it's
all
so gross.
garbage.
It's green beans, mayo, onions, and breadcrumbs that are like garlic and onion flavored.
And it's those like shitty pre-deep fried onions.
Yes.
It's not even
It's
fresh
not good.
deep fried onions.
Yeah.
They didn't even put forth the effort for that. It's fake.
It's nasty as
And
fuck.
it's not even stored
hate
in
it.
a refrigerator, dude.
No, it's
it is
just
in a can.
Yes.
It's in a can
Yes.
in the aisle 3, deep fried
I
onions.
hate that shit. So I gotta tell you a story real quick before we end.
Because we do have to end.
We do, unfortunately.
We've talked way too much
I was
about
on
nonsense.
Yes. I was on a boat last summer.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
Meeting my what would you call them? My mother-in-law's brother's wife.
Your aunt-in-law,
Yes,
I guess.
because that's a thing, I
Yeah, I
guess.
don't know.
So my aunt-in-law,
Yep.
Audrey, who I love to death,
Shout out, Audrey.
wonderful woman. She was in charge of the drinks at my wedding.
Nice.
And made sure.
Oh, shit. Have I met her?
Yes, you have.
No.
She was.
Oh, no. She met me on my worst
Yes,
date.
she did. She made all the gin and tonics. Triple
She
shots.
work in the bar?
She was working the bar. Yeah,
I
she's a little
remember
Asian lady.
her.
Yeah.
I do remember
She's a
her
great
for like
woman.
2 seconds of my life
She's such a nice.
before I
such a
disappeared
nice
to
woman.
sober up.
Yes. Hey, you
You're
went and took a
welcome.
nap halfway through the reception.
Listen,
I don't blame you.
if I wouldn't have,
Oh, I
would
know.
have ruined your wedding, and I love you too much for that.
You would have puked on the dance floor or something.
No, I wouldn't have puked because I didn't puke.
No, you just would have been real handsy
I
with
just
somebody.
I made a conscious. No, that wouldn't have happened. I made a conscious decision and said, "I love Red. I need to disappear
I need
for
to go
about
take
an
a
hour.
nap." Yeah.
For about an hour, I need to disappear
You came back though.
because I'm being wild. Oh yeah, I came back.
That made me very happy.
Yeah, I came back for sure.
I'm just glad that you came back.
I
That's all that
fucking
matters.
I fell asleep. I opened my eyes and was staring at a ceiling and was like, "I'm better. I gotta go find Red."
Yes, which I'm so glad that you did. So back to Audrey.
Yeah, Audrey.
I love tuna. I love any fish.
I love fish.
Fish is my lifeblood.
Right, you're Mediterranean.
Yes, I eat fish and it feels like oxygen is going into my body. So we're on this boat, and I'm like, all right, starting to get a little hungry. I'm about 5 Trulies deep. We're in the middle of a lake in Smithville, Tennessee, and I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I got a place to stay tonight, and I got a lot of cool family around me that are feeding me drinks and other stuff, and we're in the middle of the lake. No chance of going to a restaurant or, getting snacks at anything like that. So I'm starting to get a little hungry, and all of a sudden the food comes out, and I'm like, fuck yes, we got food. Like, it's happening. Like, the perfect day is here. Like, we're on the lake, we got drinks, we got some smoke, we got some food. You know what she pulls out?
Cocaine.
I wish. She goes, here, I got a tuna fish sandwich. That sounds good, right? And I go, I love tuna fish.
Right.
I cannot wait to eat this tuna fish
Has not
sandwich.
been refrigerated for the past 6 hours.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited about it.
Right.
I'm like, we got some tuna fish. I'm going to be great. You know what this tuna fish sandwich consisted of?
I've got a feeling you're going to tell me that it is diced eggs and diced pickles and tuna and mayo and maybe a little mustard.
Oh, God, I wish. I wish it had been that. That would have been great.
Oh, no.
This tuna fish sandwich was bread,
a tuna fillet. It's not even
like-
tuna fish from the can.
a little bit of tuna from the can, and a little bit of mayo with that tuna.
Right.
90% diced onions.
Mm.
When I bit into it, I felt like I'd eaten scales. That's how many fucking onions there were. I've never had something so nasty in my whole life.
Sandwich.
It was tuna, mayo, and a fuck ton of onions. It felt like there were 2 diced onions on my sandwich.
Eat onions like an apple.
That's disgusting.
I could eat onion like an apple.
My grandma does that. I watched her my whole life. She would wake up 6 a.m. She'd come to the kitchen and she'd go, eat a red onion right in front of me. And I would gag and leave the room. And she'd go, what are you running away from? You nasty ass ogre.
Don't talk about Yaya like that, bro.
I love her to death, but Jesus, that is the nastiest thing that you can do to another person. Eat a raw onion in front of them? Fuck that!
Dude.
Nasty.
Listen, you're just a hater, bro.
Oh, whatever.
You and my dad both. Raw onion's delicious.
Look, I think me and your dad would get along real
Anytime someone dices it, until like the...
I know, we get along in that, like, I'm the skinny boy coming into jail kind of way.
And until some of his opinions come out, and then...
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I just kind of go, and then I walk away.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I'm
always just like, Dad, you can't listen.
You can't say that.
You can't say that.
I'd be like, back in my day.
No. He doesn't say anything too bad.
No,
I don't need people thinking he's like
your dad's
the N-word.
No,
like,
your dad's a really nice guy.
He's not saying like the fucking N-word out here.
No,
he's got some questionable opinions.
He just is what he...
Just don't talk about TikTok in front of him.
That's a funny... Okay, well, next week.
Because China.
It's China.
Tell you what, the weather balloons didn't help anything.
Yeah, no.
All right.
What's really funny, though, is me having a little sister who is Chinese.
That's true, you do.
There have been a lot of times
She's a sleeper agent. Could you fucking imagine if she, like, Spy Kids woke up?
I mean, I've not found the code yet. No.
The president of China woke her up.
That's the thing. My little sister is like the sweetest human being that's ever existed. So
yeah,
I'm
you get fucking drop kicked in the chest. And
no, she's done that. She doesn't weigh enough yet for it to hurt. I love her so much.
No, man, she's great. She's great. Your whole family's great, though.
Well, I got really lucky.
Yeah.
I married into a really great family, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just fortunate. What I always say is I'm fortunate. I hope I don't screw it up. That's what my reality is.
I don't think you could.
I appreciate that, but...
I don't think you could. I think you're pretty good.
I try. Anyway.
Yeah.
This has been
the
Just
After
Midnight
Podcast. Felt like Nardwuar right there.
I know. Doot doodle dude.
Doot doot.
Goodbye.
I think we could get in trouble for that. We can't end on that.
Okay.
Come up with something different.
Okay,
bye. I'll just cut it off there.
All right. Fuck y'all.